Push it in. Come on.
The season was just different, you know. I think we were more of a family and we were all really committed to a goal, and you can feel that.
Obviously there's been a lot of changes. I'm starting to get old, so a lot of people have been leaving and others are coming in. But I think we held a great team harmony all the way.
It's definitely, you know, one of those things where, you know, if something were to happen and you needed support, you know, you have a lot of people that would be at your doorstep right away.
When I came in January, like everyone was so pumped up, and it felt like something big will happen. And everyone felt so much stronger than the year before.
I felt good going into the season that we had a much stronger team than last year. We retained our best Alpiners, we retained our best Nordic skiers, and we got some new additional skiers. They were good skiers.
I just felt really refreshed at the beginning of the season, like more than I have in several years past. I think part of that was because I knew I was embarking upon my last season.
Everyone improved from the last year, so I felt like, we were really strong.
I reached all my goals, and some of those goals were being consistent and finishing every race and getting physically stronger than I ever have in the fall, and I reached all those goals and I was really proud of myself for that.
To come out at Utah and have our first collegiate races to win the GS, which is my first collegiate win, was really awesome and really something special.
And I wasn't expecting it this winter to do that well, considering the injuries and stuff in the fall. So I've been kind of just rolling along and hoping for the best for every weekend and just trying to look forward to the next race. Things have been working out well, and it's really enjoyed this season.
To get to nationals and finally be at nationals and ready to win a championship and to carry out what we'd been focused on for all season long was just, it was a really special moment.
I was confident going into the season that we would fight for the win, but I've been there long enough now to know that it's a lot that has to work out in the last races for it to actually happen. I was so much more nervous this year. One thing is when you do the race yourself, you kind of know what to do, and you're in your own bubble. You're thinking about how can you race the best you can, and you know that if you do well, you will help team that way. So there's no point going around there thinking too much about the team stuff at that point.
For the entire season, we're together and we're one team, and we're all working together, and then we have to be separated, and we kind of have to deal with the race in a different way.
We were all watching with the Alpine's house.
I think Richie does an amazing job of emphasizing that we're all part of the team still, no matter what.
So NCAA's last race, I was really motivated for that race. It was my last college race. I really wanted to get that third individual title and finish up the season strong. The finish section was a little crazy. It was really tight and it's short. And we were 4 guys who were really tired and we all really wanted that win. I got my ski under one pole from the other guy, from the New Mexico guy. And my pole just disappeared and I was too tired to just hold on, so I just fell down on the side, taking the New Mexico skier with me in the fall. There was some exciting minutes there, not knowing what would actually happen.
So the last day at NCAA's, we came back and everyone was like, oh, the last day was so awesome. And I was like, no, it was not awesome.
And then standing there watching those racers coming down one by one, and you can't really see, do they have control or don't they have control?
I didn't watch a single one of my teammates all day. I couldn't do it.
That was really hard actually to stand there and watch, and you can't do anything about it yourself. You're just hoping.
It was nice to kind of get through one run, but then the nerves just built.
Yeah, the excitement standing there in the finish line was really a moment.
The guys came down and all the guys made it down and that was awesome. And then Taya and Jess and I were up at the top for a second run. And I just remember standing in the start gate and thinking that it was the last race of my college career. I remember skiing and the top flat went great and I broke over onto the pitch and I was skiing pretty conservative, and then I got kind of further down and was probably about 12 to 15 gates from the bottom and it was a straight corridor, and I was like, come on Brooke, this is just a corridor, you can let it go a little bit. So I let it go a little bit and then I crossed the finish line and I just had this huge smile on my face because it was such a big sense of relief. I had done my part for the team and finished and came down in first, and all the Nordics were there cheering everybody on, which was so great. I couldn't watch until the Nordics cheers were loud enough that I knew that they were at the second to last gate, and I'd look up and watch them cross the finish, and they both came down. It was just so thrilling and exciting, and I teared up and I hugged Taya, and it was so exciting to finally achieve the task that we've been trying to achieve really for 2 years, which is our quest for 20. It was a great way to culminate a fantastic team effort from Nordics and Alpiners and everyone back home and just everyone that was involved. It was such a huge relief and excitement, and there's just a lot of emotions that went into that.
Just to see the face of the other teams, no one wants you to be up there.
The spirit of being a Buffalo, as corny as that can sound, it's really true, and I love it here, and I love being a Buff.
I'm proud, for sure. When I first got on the team, I think it was incredible how many people that cared about me and just helped me out, and that's one thing I will remember.
I'm starting to understand why it's so great to be a Buffalo. Just walking in here to the interview today, seeing the new snow on the ground and the mountains, Flatirons behind you, and you're just thinking that, geez, it's only 2 months left now, less than that, and I'm not going to be around there anymore. It was strange, because I'm starting to realize that this school means a lot to me now. It's a big part of my life, and I'm really grateful for the years I've had here.
It will always be my family, and I think what I've learned as a person is so much greater than what I've learned or what I've accomplished as an athlete, and that's what I'm going to take away from it.